Hi everyone! So we got another empties video. Like I mentioned in my last one, I'm really trying to be good about using up what's in my stash as opposed to like constantly bringing in new stuff. So we've got a bin of Polypro empties. We've got a mixture of non-wax empties, candles, Bath and Body, as well as a lot of scoopables. I'm trying to do I pulled a basket of scoopables, so I'm trying to do a few of those. And then we also have a few clams and some of my Super Tarts Jaws scent shot cups. So let's start with the Polypro bags. I am going to start with Rose Girls, that is right on the top here. I just did this sample in Blueberry Pumpkin Patch, Bath and Body Works type plus candy corn. This definitely surprised me. I don't typically like Blueberry Pumpkin Patch. Also, I'm doing a load of laundry in case you're hearing the dryer going, but I don't typically like Blueberry Pumpkin Patch. This one I didn't mind. So either I'm warming up to that scent oil or it was a good mixture with the candy corn, which I don't feel like I typically smell candy corn, but it felt like it smelled like a really nice bakery. So I don't know, but I did enjoy this more than I thought I would. I have quite a few mini melters bags that I am starting to work through. And I think most of them are because they were like a little bit older in my collection, like just hitting maybe around that year mark, some of them. This is the sweet spot. I love all the notes in here. So, it's basically a really decadent bakery, sugar cookie dough, vanilla crunch donuts, cookie land. Some of my favorite scents from Rose Girls is her vanilla crunch donuts, and I love her cookie land. I don't feel like I specifically smelled those two scent notes. It did do a lot better when I went to warm it, which is typically bakery scents. I feel like they really come alive on warm. So it definitely did better on warm than impressions on cold sniff. But it still wasn't too strong, and I didn't particularly pinpoint specific notes in here. And it also, in my mind, when I'm remembering when I warmed it, it wasn't super memorable. So I probably wouldn't purchase this on its own, but I do tend to like those scent notes. So I don't know, maybe it's because this one hit that year mark. This I got in August of 2021. We have Green Apple. This was really, really beautiful, very nice performance. It basically smells like a very sweet green apple candy, like a green apple Jolly Rancher or a High Chew. That's definitely what this reminded me of. It was super fun. I liked warming this one. Blueberry Vanilla Sugar Bread. This is probably hands down my favorite blueberry bakery scent from Rose Girls. I have some backups in my collection, which is why I'm okay, just warm it, because this is from October of 2021 and I really enjoy it. I really like it. So like I said, I already have backups and would definitely repurchase it again after I go through those backups. Vanilla Pumpkin Marshmallow Cupcakes at Tiffany's. This did a lot better on warm. I remember when I had gotten this pre-order in, which this is actually a more recent one. I got this one in this past summer. I just thought I'd warm it though because of the Vanilla Pumpkin Marshmallow. I'm it's a little bit of a fall bakery, I think. It was good on cold, but it did a lot better on warm. I do love Jenny's Cupcakes at Tiffany's oil. It's really, really good. I love it on its own and in blends. I enjoy it as well. So I definitely thought this was a pretty strong blend. And the reason I'm slightly surprised about that is because I feel like Vanilla Pumpkin Marshmallow, I don't typically smell very strongly. But overall, this blend was very strong. So I'm really actually impressed with how this did on warm. And I enjoyed it a lot. Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, again, this is kind of one of those that's hitting that year mark. No complaints. I do love a good pumpkin pecan waffle scent. I have gone a little pumpkin pecan waffle crazy this fall. I feel like I have so much pumpkin pecan waffle in my collection because I do love it. But I think after November, I definitely am going to take a little break from warming the pumpkin pecan waffle, but it is a staple. I do love it. This one's Jumping on Clouds. So this is a Mario Melter blend. However, this year, I don't think this was in the Mario pre-order lineup. I think I remember some people asking in the comments, and she said that she didn't offer it this year because she had to make room for some of the new blends. And also, she has Jumping on Cranberry Clouds. I think she offered that and ended up just skipping on this one this year, which I'm totally fine with. This isn't one that I would personally repurchase. Again, I do love all these scent notes, Vanilla Crunch Donuts, Cupcake candy, you know, cotton candy frosting, but I do have to, you know, mention, like, I just don't think this one was very strong on warm. Maybe all these bakeries together are just a little bit too light, and it needs a little, like a little something extra, so I could see, like, you know, a bit of the fruit, like the cranberry, making this come alive a little bit more. She has Jumping on, you know, green apple clouds, the cranberry clouds. I think she has other ones as well, and I think those would be more strong with the other scent note, whereas this is just a lot of kind of gentler bakeries. So definitely light for me on warm, so I wouldn't repurchase that one out of all the different Mario blends. The s'mores, the better. I think this was a customer blend creation that she did. I think maybe it was either January or February. It was definitely in the winter months. I did enjoy this one. This was really good while I warmed it. I think I definitely got the s'mores latte, but I did not pinpoint like the Cookie Land blend. I think Cookie Land, I love it on its own, but it's hard for me to detect when Cookie Land's mixed in another blend with other notes. But yeah, overall I enjoyed it when I warmed it. This was so good. Caitlin actually shared with me this chunk bag of Cider Delight in our swap we did. That must have been in like the winter too, or no, I think it was spring. So I finally warmed it because I was hanging on to this for the fall time. So good. And I know Caitlin and I were chatting about this because we were like, oh my gosh, it's so good. And I think she had asked Jenny if she would ever pour this again, but she's missing like a specific scent oil to make this blend. So hopefully in the future she's able to find it, because it is a really beautiful cider scent, and I can be picky with cider, but I love Jenny's cider. It's really good. We have some L3. So this was the cake, what was it, something cake sampler that I picked up in a past pre-order from L3. What was it? Bake the cake? No, some kind of cake sampler though, because all of them are gonna have a cake note in here. And again, same with last time when I did the Rose Girls sampler, I kind of bundled them together and ordered them kind of like favorite to least favorite, even though I still liked them all. So this is strawberry white cake, strawberry bread buttercream. This was amazing. Surprisingly enough, the buttercream I felt like was the strongest. Like, it was super decadent, sweet. I definitely got strawberry, but like I just felt like it was the buttercream I was smelling, and I loved it. Angel food cake, fresh baked strawberries, strawberry sugar, sweet cream. No surprise that the strawberry bakery ones are the ones I love the most, so that was super good. White cake, Mallo Fireside sugar cookie Royale, amazing. I love her sugar cookie Royale, so that was super good. Yellow cake, brown sugar Pears. This was really beautiful. The pears almost came off a little body care like perfumey body care. It was really beautiful. I really liked that one. White cake, almond pistachio pudding cake. I thought, so basically I got the sampler because I was super intrigued with this one, and I did love it. It was strong and I enjoyed it, but I just feel like I liked those other ones a little bit more than this one, but it was really good and strong. That one was also pretty long lasting, I remember. Cotton candy frosting, strawberry white cake blueberry. I love all the notes in here, but something, I remember when I smelled the sampler as well, something about this one smelled a little bit off. I'm not sure what, because again, I love all the scent notes in here, but just, I don't know, there was something like I didn't love it as much as I thought I would. Vanilla satin lemon chiffon angel food cake. This is super pretty. I do like lemon bakery every now and again, but it's just like not my preferred. I would definitely prefer strawberry, blueberry bakery ahead of lemon, but it was really pretty. And then yellow cake brownie batter salted caramel. No complaints. I mean, I still really liked it. It's just I don't crave chocolate scents as much. But when I warm them, I enjoy them. So that was the cake sampler from L3. Then we have, this was just a little sample. Sometimes I include samples, sometimes I don't. Zucchini bread sugar cookie Royale, such a staple blend. I love this. This was so good. I have 2 Huckleberry Harvest brown sugar pound cake. So how I described this when I got this in as well is like Huckleberry kind of reminds me of blueberry. Like that's the best I can kind of describe it. Blueberry or like a mixed berry kind of a scent. Not exactly, it's a little different, but just if you haven't smelled it, that's kind of what it reminds me of. Definitely more fruity than bakery. I know it says brown sugar pound cake, but I feel like mainly what I was smelling was the Huckleberry Harvest. It was really pretty, a good fall berry scent. I don't know if I have any more of these in my collection. I enjoyed it. It probably wouldn't be like something I would repurchase right now just because we're starting to head out of fall scents and starting to go into holiday, but maybe next year, you know, I'd pick up another Huckleberry scent. We have pecan pie, pumpkin pecan waffles, and sugar cookie Royale. This was a really pretty, you know, staple scent that I would really like. I don't exactly know what pecan pie smells like, but I definitely feel like I got a good mix of the pumpkin pecan waffles and the sugar cookie Royale. Fall festivities, these were, and this is, I have fall festivities and ghost stories. I think I might have actually warmed these 2 at the same time. They were her like skull, 4-pack skull shapes. This is Today is October 3rd, Mac Apple and Leaves. This was a really pretty fall scent. To me, it was mainly the apple and the leaves. I didn't actually pick up the Today is October 3rd very strongly, but apple scents are, you know, they sometimes tend to take over a blend. And then this was Ghost Stories, Toasted Mallo, Sweet Candy Corn, and Apple Cider. This was okay. I enjoyed it, but not a favorite. Like if I had to choose between these 2, I liked the fall festivities a little bit better. And then we have a couple loaves that I finished off. Pumpkin Pecan Waffles birthday cake. I do love a good pumpkin pecan waffle bakery, but I have to say, compared to one of my other all-time favorites, pumpkin pecan waffle birthday cake, which is Rose Girls, I think I prefer the Rose Girls one a little bit more, just because I feel like her pumpkin pecan waffles birthday cake just smells a little bit more decadent bakery, whereas L3's birthday cake, I'm not sure. I think I've had birthday cake in other scents, and I feel like the birthday cake kind of tones down blends. I don't really pick up L3's birthday cake note. So it was really good, but to me it was kind of a little bit more of like a toned down pumpkin pecan waffle as opposed to like an elevated pumpkin pecan waffle bakery, if that makes sense. Blueberry wild berry mousse. I enjoyed it. It was a really nice berry blend. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I think I'd get this again, but I don't feel like I need it in like a loaf amount, but I enjoyed it. Blueberry Island Fresh Game. This was really, really strong and I enjoyed it. I love a good fresh laundry scent. I feel like the Island Fresh Game probably was the strongest note in here. And again, same with the other one. I enjoyed it. I liked the whole loaf, but I don't know if I would like go to repurchase another loaf of this, but maybe in a smaller amount. And then the last one is Fresh Picked Strawberries Fruit Loops Cheesecake Whipped Cream. I liked this. It kind of reminded me of like just a really creamy Fruit Loop blend. Like I don't know if specifically I smelled the cheesecake whipped cream, but I got like, and the Fresh Picked Strawberry. That's another note where to me, I don't really feel like I picked that up. I definitely got Fruit Loop with creaminess. So, I liked it though. All right, let's do a few items from the Pharmacist's Daughter. Just a little sample in custard. It's a really pretty like creamy vanilla bakery kind of a scent. This one is pumpkin pecan waffles, so another just plain pumpkin pecan waffles. And I feel like my thoughts on plain pumpkin pecan waffles from any vendor is that like I like it. I love the pumpkin pecan waffle scent note. And to the point where I'm starting to get a little, not sick of pumpkin pecan waffle, because I do love it, but I just need a little break from it and I'll be excited to warm holiday scents. This is Fair Food Pumpkin Peanut Brittle Circus Concession and Glazed Donut. I enjoyed this. This was really kind of a fun blend. It's not one that I think I need to repurchase right away, but I definitely enjoyed it when I went to warm it, and it did have really good performance. And then this is Sip of Gold Caramel Macchiato Zucchini Bread Ice Cream Scoop Bread. This actually gives me pumpkin peanut brittle vibes. It doesn't remind me of coffee at all. So like caramel macchiato, I just assume it'd be kind of like a coffee blend, but their macchiato smells nutty to me. Like it smells like some kind of peanut brittle scent. Doesn't remind me of coffee at all, but I still liked it. Like I enjoy it. It was definitely a different scent than I expected initially, but I did like it. But do I need it in a loaf again? No. And it probably wouldn't be the first on my like repurchase list, but I did enjoy it enough to like warm through the whole loaf. One Southbound loaf in pumpkin cookie pound cake. I've mentioned this before in a Empties video. Their pumpkin, I don't know if it's like, so this says pumpkin spice cookies and creamy vanilla pound cake. I don't know if it's the spices in their pumpkin scent oil, but it more leans to me on like a gingerbread spice than like a pumpkin, which I don't mind. It's just like a little bit of a different pumpkin. I enjoyed it. Definitely got the pumpkin spice cookies way more than the vanilla pound cake. This is my thoughts on a lot of the loaves I did so far. I guess is that like I enjoyed them, but next year I would purchase this again possibly in like a wax cake or a bakery bag. I don't think I need like a whole loaf size of this again, but I did enjoy it while I warmed it. I have a few Body's Harmony loaf customs that I warmed through. My favorite out of these was the Snack Time, which is funny because I didn't actually create this blend. This was a blend from one of her RTSs, and I liked it so much that I think it was a pre-order. But anyway, I liked it so much that I wanted to get it in a custom loaf because I loved it that much. So this is definitely my favorite of what I warmed. I just feel like that like vanilla, I don't know. The funny thing is because I told you guys when I did that Rose Girls one is that I don't always feel like vanilla pumpkin marshmallow is strong, but this was super good. I feel like the zucchini bread and the pumpkin, it just was a really, really nice pumpkin bakery. So definitely enjoyed that one. And then the funny thing is these two that I created, I liked them, but I don't know if I would get them again. Pumpkin spice I named, and then basically what I smelled most in this one I think was the pumpkin sugar donut. I do like that scent note, but it's pretty sweet. I liked it, but I just felt like towards the end of the loaf bag, like I was kind of getting a little sick of it. But it was a fun pumpkin bakery scent for the fall. And then this one I named Pumpkin Season, Vanilla Buttercream Crunch, Pumpkin Creme Brulee, and Pumpkin Cheesecake. I enjoyed this one too, but yeah, it's not like something that I feel like I need again in like loaf form, but just I like to collect some of these kind of scents just for the fall time. But yeah, I think maybe I'm just getting pumpkined out a little bit now. We have a few Knowles Farm scents. Saturday Mornings, very, very strong cereal blend. It kind of comes off to me as just like a really creamy cereal blend with all these other like notes in here, but it is very strong. Like I did these ones in my 2 bathrooms, and like right when I go into the bathrooms, the cereal hits my nose. So I get, really good performance from Knowles Farm scents. And then Donuts at the Orchard, just a really pretty cider bakery. I definitely enjoyed it. Very nice for the fall time. Sinfully Delightful, this was amazing. I am so glad that I picked up 4 chunk bags of these, so I have 3 more in my collection. I loved this. So pretty, great performance and throw. All these scent notes are amazing. Strawberry pound cake, warm vanilla sugar, Palo Santo waffle cone. This is an amazing scent. One Destination Wax in ZB Berry, which is zucchini bread berry. Definitely liked that. To me, Destination Wax, I don't feel like I get like powerhouse scents. I feel like they're light to medium, but typically long lasting. So they're kind of like a nice gentle scent in the background that you don't have to change out like, you know, after a couple hours. And sometimes that's nice. Sometimes you don't always want like a super strong powerhouse scent, especially when you have like guests over. So I really enjoyed this one. I definitely would consider getting this again in the future, like possibly even in a foil pan. Don't need it right now, but I would definitely keep this, you know, on my radar, on like my, you know, favorite scents, you know, that I possibly repurchase list in the future. And then the last one from Teddy B's is the Haunted Bakery. This was a chunk bag when she used to do the chunk bags, and then now they're replaced with the tubs, which I do love the tubs as well. This one gives me slight pumpkin pecan waffle vibes. I think maybe because of the like pecan pralines. I think that maybe is what makes me feel like it smells a little bit like pumpkin pecan waffles. This was kind of like a gentle medium throw. I wouldn't say it's light. I wouldn't say it's full on medium, kind of a gentle medium. Pretty, but not overwhelming. I did enjoy it, but to me, if I were to repurchase one that was more, I would repurchase something that's more pumpkin pecan waffle. Like, I love her Witches Be Crazy. So I would go to repurchase that over this one. But it was good and I enjoyed it while I warmed it. So that was the Polypro bags. I have two more of Super Tarts, but I wanted to make sure I did that with these Scent Shot cups. So let me do the Super Tarts. So I did Zombie Brains. This was for my wax melt swap with Caitlin. I love Super Tarts pomegranate. Their pomegranate blends are very beautiful, so I really enjoyed this one. I did get the key lime a little bit, but because I love pomegranate so much, I feel like my nose was more pinpointing the pomegranate in this one. Very pretty. And then Creeper Status. This one says green apple, yellow cake, strawberry, and vanilla ice cream. So good. But to me, it was mainly the fruity apple, the fruity green apple forward. Not so much bakery, not so much strawberry. Definitely like a nice tart green apple. I really liked it. And this was pretty long lasting. I would definitely consider getting that one again in the future. And then I have my Jaws sampler. I have the little paper with the notes on here that it came with. It's not all, but it's most of the Jaws sampler because I've definitely warmed a couple here and there already. I'm only going to talk about the ones that I really enjoyed and would consider repurchasing. But to be honest, I liked them all. Their Jaws is such a pretty fresh fragrance. I don't know if anyone would like truly dislike it. Like it's just a really pretty fresh one. And like I said, keep in mind, I love them all, but just ones that definitely stood out that I would go to repurchase again, I'm going to point out. So the first one that I really, really enjoyed was Get Out of the Water. I think that one, honestly, I might have already melted, but I just remember on this list, that's one that I really, really liked, which is Strawberry Jam and Jaws. I also really, really loved Eaten Alive, which is pomegranate and Jaws. So again, I love their pomegranate. I think it smells super, super pretty. And then I also really liked the Walk the Plank, which was Jaws and Lavender. That one I thought was really, really beautiful and a really good mix of the Jaws and Lavender. So I'm just trying to find that one. Where is it? Eaten Alive. Where is it? Did I put it somewhere else? I could have sworn I did. Oh, I already put out the Eaten Alive. Wait, what one was I looking for then? Walk the Plank? Oh, okay. Walk the Plank. This is the Jaws and Lavender one. Really liked this one. So the rest I did was Ellen. Should I read the scent notes? I don't know if we'll have... I don't know if I'm going to find them quick enough. Maybe if I find them quick enough. This one's Pink Sugar and Jaws. We have Blown Up. Blown Up is Lemon Curd and Jaws. Brody's Bounty. This one is Blackberry Preserves and Jaws. Amity Island. This one is Rosemary Mint and Jaws. Chrissy's Remains, Cotton Candy and Jaws. Skinny Dipping, this is Passion Fruit and Jaws. Quince Harpoon, Orange Slices and Jaws. Chomper. This one is, where is it? Red Mac Apple and Jaws. So I truly liked them all. So if I saw another Jaws sampler in the future, if I'm rebuying wax again, I would definitely be open to repurchasing this again. What I liked about it too is because they're fresh scents, what I would do is just cut the scent shot in half and do 1/2 in each of my bathrooms. And that was like perfect. And that would go at least the whole day, if not 2 days. I would just keep it in the bathroom warmer. So strong and long lasting and just great size to just do half of it in each bathroom. I warmed 2 Scentsy. One was just one of the Bring Back My Bars in Forever Yours. Not in my club anymore. It's super, super pretty, but I think I remember saying that this one didn't perform the best. I feel like I smelled it better this time around, but again, it's just not something that like, a lot of Scentsy I enjoy. That's why I'm so torn with like, do I want to keep my club or not? I enjoy it, but do I like need it forever and ever? I don't know. Like I like to just try a lot of new scents, which is why my club, like I do put a lot of scents in there and I'm also fine with just, okay, I tried it, I'm going to remove it and try something else. I kind of like that about the club too. So I don't know. I liked it, but just, it's not something I just absolutely need 24/7. And then I tried Love You Very Much. I wanted to try this one closer to the holidays. I don't know, it just reminded me more of a fall winter scent. So for me, this wasn't a scent I was going to do in July when I got this in, but it's really pretty. It's a very pretty fruity sweet berry. I like it. I have one more of these in my collection now that I got in my September club, and I think that's good. Like if I do get my club in January, I don't know if I'm going to need this because it does give me more fall holiday vibes. So once January comes around, I might want to do other scents. And then Paradise Punch. This is just another kind of like one-off time I must have picked this one up. This was a really, really nice, pretty strong, like fruit punch kind of a scent. I did this one on a day that it was like 70 degrees and sunny in October. So, no wait, was it October or November? Now I can't remember. It was either late October or early November. So it doesn't scream fall time to me, but because it was so warm out, it was kind of fun to switch over and do kind of like a fruit punch summery scent. 2 Blueberry Mansions from the Bathing Garden. I just did this throughout my living room kitchen area one day. I love blueberry. I do love the scent. Bathing Garden to me, it was like a medium, not super strong. I did enjoy it, but I'm like torn. Would I repurchase it again from Bathing Garden, or would I repurchase it from a vendor where the blueberry is going to be stronger for me? Like I'm going to get stronger performance. So I don't know, but I did enjoy it when I warmed it. Then we have, let's do some scoopables because I don't think I've shown a lot of scoopables in my Wax Melt Empties for quite some time. So this is a scoopable from Body's Harmony called Happy Fall, y'all. Pumpkin peanut brittle pie crust and funnel cake. Oh my gosh, I love this. I picked this up last year. I remember using a little bit. I loved it so much that I stopped using it because I wanted to just savor it and not go through it. Now I'm to the point where like, I don't need to be doing that. If I love something, just warm it. You can always buy it again. It's better to just warm it and enjoy it than have it just sit in your collection. So yeah, this was absolutely amazing. I loved it. And honestly, this scoopable, it's like the little 4-ounce jar, I believe. Perfect size for a scoopable. So loved it, loved it. I did a couple scoopable tart wax. I mentioned in my last empties, like the harder wax I wasn't getting great performance from, so I started pulling a few of the scoopable wax as well. And the scoopable wax I think does better than her harder wax. This one's pumpkin pecan butter brickle. This one was good. I will say this is the one that was the lightest out of these two I'm going to show performance-wise. To me, it just came off as like a gentle pumpkin pecan waffle. So, I mean, it was good. I enjoyed it, but I don't think I would repurchase. I don't know if I'd repurchase Scoopable Wax Tart, to be honest. I do love Rose Girls, though. I feel like I'd prefer to get Rose Girls because they do have like similar, if not same, some of the same blends. Since, you know, Jenny and Kathy is Jenny's mom. Okay. Espresso waffle cone cookies. This was good. Definitely strong coffee, so I enjoyed this one. This was a fun one to do in the morning. And then Farmhouse. I warmed this one right when I got up this morning, actually, and it's going strong. Complex berry and apple cider. This is a powerhouse scent. So this is definitely one of my strongest Scoopable Wax Tarts that I've warmed so far. So strong. To me, I made a little note on the bottom. This reminded me of like, it says complex berry. To me, it reminded me of like a fruit concentrate, like cranberry juice. I used to get, I forget what brand it was, but my mom and I growing up, we used to get these like fruit concentrate juices that are in like the frozen aisle. It's almost like, I think you use a can opener to open it. It's like a super concentrated juice, and then you add like, I don't know, like a gallon or something of water mixed within it. That's what this smelled like to me, like a super strong concentrated cranberry juice. I didn't notice the apple cider. It just reminded me of a very strong berry. And I'm glad about how strong that performance was. So let me do a few L3 scoopables. This one was silver and gold. This was from my wax melt swap with Caitlin. So it's got like the old school label. So I don't know if it's because it's probably on the older side, or if this one in particular I just didn't notice too much when I was warming. This seemed to be on the lighter end to me. These two were super strong. Pink Sugar and Pink Sugar Crystals I warmed. Very strong. And I would say pretty long lasting. Sometimes scoopables, they're super strong but not long lasting. These ones I felt like were strong and lasted a good solid day at least. So Pink Sugar, the staple like Pink Sugar dupe, and then Pink Sugar Crystals, which I believe is Pink Sugar and Pink Chiffon. So really nice kind of body care kind of scents. Any more scoopables? I don't think so. This one is a candle from Candles by Victoria. I am gonna insert some pictures and some video footage. At first I was like really scared to warm this because the flames were like this high and there was a lot of like black soot coming off of this. When I first warmed this one, I was like scared to warm. I thought like this was gonna like catch something on fire. Like I was scared that's how high the flames were, because I don't typically trim the wicks before I even burn it once. Like I usually feel like the wicks should be fine. So I almost didn't burn it again after the first time I tried this because I was really scared. And I just didn't like the performance of like how much black soot was coming off of these. You definitely have to trim the Candles by Victoria wicks, like otherwise they're gonna soot like crazy and the flames are gonna be really high. This one, once I trimmed the wicks after the first time I burned it, and like I said, I'll insert some video of like the soot and the flame and some pictures. Once I trimmed the wick, it did a lot better and I felt more comfortable with it. I only burned the candle the first time for like 10 minutes because I just did not feel comfortable with how the wicks and the flames were looking. This one also, it burned cleaner than the one I'm warming right now, which was a different kind of a candle. This was her CC Cylinder Cutie or something like candle line. It in general burned pretty clean. I think I had to baby it a little bit, but in general it burned all right from there. I don't know, I know she's Candles by Victoria, but I don't know if I would purchase her candles again. I think I would purchase her wax again, but I don't know if I like how the candles burn exactly, but I don't know. I'm still experimenting. This was only the first one I tried, but I do feel like going forward, instead of buying a ton of candles from Home Goods, Target, I honestly do just like the 3 Wick Bath and Body Works candles, I think. Okay. Speaking of Target though, this was a soy candle in pomegranate fizz from Target that I had picked up last holiday, I think. This smells very floral, perfumey pomegranate, not like the Super Tarts pomegranate. I love theirs. This smells, I don't know if it's the fizz, maybe the fizz is like champagne or something, but it smells more fruit, more floral, perfumey than like a genuine fruit. This burned not the greatest at first. Like there was quite a bit on the side that just would not burn, and I would burn this like the whole day. Like I would start burning it in the morning and like let it go till the evening, and sometimes it just still wouldn't burn all the way. But once it got to the bottom, it cleaned itself up pretty well. I did not feel like babying this. I didn't feel like cotton balling it. So it did even itself out. But yeah, I did love the scent actually. I wouldn't repurchase this one. But sometimes I just get sucked into the candles at Target, you know, and I'll just give them a try. But, you know, it wasn't anything crazy. A few single wicks. This is Champagne Toast. Again, like the single wicks to me are more for ambiance. Typically they burn pretty cleanly, but I don't necessarily get like a scent throw from single wicks. I just like the ambiance. And then this one was the Perfect Autumn. This one I think, I hope that wasn't too loud. This one slightly built up on the side a little bit more than the Champagne Toast one, but still burned relatively cleanly. This one actually was pretty strong. I would say maybe halfway through. It was a nice like nice typical like quintessential fall type kind of a scent to me. It says cranberry, spice pumpkin, crisp apple, rich clove. And then we did a pumpkin apple. This was pretty strong. Now it kind of smells like a burning wick, like I always mention. This was pretty strong for a good half, if not a little bit more than half of the candle. And I would definitely say it leans more on the apple side than the pumpkin. And then I also warmed this other candle that I brought home from Hawaii. So this is the other one I was talking about. I showed a coconut candle before, and then this is the other one. It burned not the cleanest at first because the wick was a little off center, but when it was real like warm one day, I kind of like, and once I blew it out, I kind of pushed the wick to the center, so then it burned a little bit more cleanly. I was actually telling my husband I should have just let this go because it would have burned itself out, because look at, once I tried to burn it again, it burned itself out like so quickly. This is the Bungalow Glow in Sweet Hawaiian Plumerian. It was really beautiful. It smells more body care perfumey. It is floral, but it smells like it would be a pretty body care kind of a scent as well. I enjoyed it, and it was just special because it was from Hawaii. We have one from Bewitching Wax in the Aunts. I love this scent. This was cool. I don't know if she does this still, but this was like a jar of really tiny little like stars and moon shapes. I loved it. Great performance. This is hands down my favorite scent from Bewitching Wax. So yeah, it was fun. It's kind of in like a candle jar, but it was little wax melt pieces. And then a few non-wax empties. We have 2 soaps from Bath & Body Works. One in flannel, one in afternoon apple picking. So finished these ones up. And then I also finished up a few like body care items. So one is a little, you know, travel size in gingham. This one was super, super good. I enjoyed it. I'm trying to use up these little tiny like items because it's like they're all half empty. I'm like, why do I keep starting things and not finishing them? So I finished up this one. Really liked it. Finished up strawberry pound cake in whipped hand cream. Oh my gosh, why am I keep dropping things? And then I also finished marshmallow pumpkin latte. shea butter hand cream. So these, I was gonna say, they definitely are different formulas, but now it definitely makes sense. I was gonna say this one was like way more whipped, this one was a bit more creamy, but now I see that they're different like formulas. But really liked these and just finished these two up as well. So that was my empties. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.